because I want to start with the offensive line. I do think that is kind of, the story of the week. I mean, especially with the way things played out last week. Nebraska gave up 36 individual player pressures, 7 quarterback sacks to Michigan. And the Wolverines were probably the first team that truly attacked Nebraska with a heavy blitz and rush. And Nebraska did not meet the challenge. And I think we're all on the same page. We're going to see something different, whether it's Elijah Pritchett at left tackle or whatever. But there's going to be a few tinkers made of the line this week.
Yeah, I think you could see Pritchett on either the right side or the left side. Yeah, I think it's time. I think we agree that it's time. Pritchett is very talented. We know that. We know it, not because of what we've seen necessarily, but what we've heard. And I've heard enough that suggests he's the most talented tackle they have over there. He's just got to put it all together. Now, the one thing you can say is when he trots out there, you do understand. Look at him compared to what the other guys. Just look at him. Just take a moment and size him up. He's a monster. If he like one guy told me that watches practices, if he gets his hands on you, it's over. I mean, he's formidable. So let him work through his problems is what I think.
I agree with you. And it's because if that's the route you make, and like now that you're giving him that opportunity where he's going to start, you got to play him. You can't pull him if he makes one mistake, like where he's playing 6 snaps against Michigan. Like there's too much of an investment made in getting him here and putting him in that conversation. But then also you got to let that investment have a chance to play out and reward you on the field. And the only way to do that is to give him reps. So, let him work through whatever he needs to work through. If that's the move, you've had 2 weeks to get this thing going, to get him in the right headspace to where he's not going to, worry about jumping off and you're having all that timid stuff. Like this is the opportunity now, especially coming off a game like that. You have to do something. I mean, because if you rolled out the same offensive line, I mean, I know from a fan standpoint, people are going to be like, what are we doing here? Like, are we even trying? True. But then internally, what kind of message does that send? Like, I mean, what can our offense do? Like, and if you're Dylan, you're like, man, like, I know he's not going to say it, but like, if you're getting pressured that many times, like, how does that affect his play if he's constantly worrying about getting knocked around? So that's probably the most obvious move I think Nebraska can make over the bye to improve that pass protection. And I think they have to let Pritchett play it out if that's the route they choose.
The balance needs to be there too, though. They need to run the ball more. I mean, Emma Johnson last week against Michigan had 5 carries for 10 yards in the second half. Compare that to the first half. He had 14 carries for 55 yards. That's the balance you want to see. When Dylan Raiola is going to drop back and throw every time, it is a lot easier to pass rush. And Michigan brought 26 blitzes, around 25, 26 blitzes, I believe is what the Pro Bowl.
24.
24 was the number. Compare that to Cincinnati, only brought 12. Mm-hmm. Michigan was the first team that truly just said, we're going to bring it because we think our back end people can cover and we think we can beat your tackles.
Yeah, they went speed to power. You could see it. You guys were watching.
I think you've said speed to power. I've heard you say that 100,000 times this week.
They line up.
Phrase.
They line up really wide, and then it's speed to power. So 101.
There's another time you said. Did Coach Bush say that on your show? And
no. Somebody from Michigan said it.
You've taken that and just made that your T-shirt phrase all week.
Yeah. So that's what they were doing, though. It was very speed to power. A lot of speed to power.
I've heard you say, I've been with you for 2 weeks. I think I've heard you say it 100 times.
So we'll see if Michigan State kind of employs that speed to power deal. But I mean, here's the thing, guys. I mean, this is really just first day stuff. You can't protect and you can't run. Okay, now what? You can't protect the passer and you don't run the ball very well. You better get that whipped into shape quick because you won't finish 8-4.
Have you guys ever seen Nebraska this late in the? I mean, I don't think it's ever been done where they're ranked number 2 in the country in passing. Mm-hmm. Is that in the Big Ten? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Do you want to be that skewed?
Yeah. It's skewed. It's Sean, some of those stats, I don't get into them too much after 4 games.
Until another 4 need to kind of.
They don't really. I mean, I don't balance
out.
Yeah, I don't emphasize stats after 4 games, especially after you play Houston Christian and Akron.
Let the conference games dictate.
Yeah,
the stats.
And I almost just say look at the conference stats. So they need more balance. Come on, man.
I mean, regardless of how much stock you put into them, it's not sustainable. Like you're going to go into November just whipping the ball around 40 times a game. Like good luck with that. Like that's
Especially
not a
if
model
you don't
for
protect
success in this
yeah.
conference, especially with the level of competition you're playing
Mhm.
late in the season. So balance is the absolute most critical component that this offense needs. I mean, pass protection is a big part of that, but offensive line play overall, they have to run the ball better. They have to get more push on the line, especially in the red zone. You got to start finishing drives, and being able to run the ball more effectively inside the 20 is right up at the top of the list, right up there with keeping your quarterback clean.
Oh,
You're listening here to the Husker Online show as we continue the offensive discussion. I do think this week, though, it's set up. It's going to be great weather, and you got a team that's not an elite pass rushing team, Michigan State. Their secondary is one of the worst in the country and worse than the Big Ten. I mean, so this is the kind of game where Dylan and Dana Holgorsen could have another 300 plus yards.
Oh, I'd be really surprised if Dylan doesn't throw for 300 plus. Really surprised. In part, I think you have to.
Yeah.
But again, see what we're talking about. If he's going to drop back 40 times, which he did against Michigan, 39, wasn't it? If you got to protect him, it's not just it's also an injury discussion. You can't have him getting hit back there like he did against Michigan. That's your franchise, man.
Mm-hmm.
Take him
So
out
he
of it.
actually dropped back 49 times.
49.
And had 42 attempts. So seven of those were sacks, and then 42 were throws.
Yeah, you got it. This protection issue is gigantic. It's gigantic.
I'd love to know the data on that. Like, 49 dropbacks in a game is a ton for Nebraska.
You got to challenge those guys. I mean, you got to tell them, look, this threatens our season. I mean, if you can't protect Dylan, and we're not running it we're not running it that well, and I don't think they will ever be a really good running team. This team, then
It's got to be good enough.
yeah, you got to have some semblance of balance.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like one of those Texas Tech teams where they ran it some, but it was never enough.
Mm-hmm.
Where Mike Leach's teams, they would get you with.
You know what you want? You want to see it. I want him to prove us wrong. I'd like to see him line up and hammer away.
You need a second back though. You can't just have Emmett be it, because Emmett's not Emmett's not a big play back. We all can agree he is not a home run back.
No, he's not. He's not Justice Haynes. He wouldn't have made those runs.
He's a single to maybe a double back, but he's not a triple or home run guy. I mean, he's not. I mean, we've seen enough of Emmett Johnson to know he's going to be good at getting that 4 to 12 yard run, but anything beyond 12 is, a rarity. I mean, the biggest run against Michigan was 14 yards.
First run of the game.
What did you think about Holgerson's comments on Tuesday, talking about the options they have at running back and saying that you might see something you don't expect? Like, what could they possibly do? They've already played all their running backs. Are we talking about like a Connor Booth?
No.
I'm just throwing out names, like guys that haven't played. Like,
is that
something
Mosey?
we have never seen? Is it Mosey going back?
I still think it's Mekhi Nelson. I do.
So I'm just curious what he meant by that, though.
He's only carried 9 times.
Are they talking about, is it a schematic thing? Are they going to try to do some different backfield formations? Or I'm just kind of curious. That raised my eyebrows, what he meant by that.
Well, we will see where that goes. Mekhi Nelson seems like the logical number 2 based on last week, but we thought against Houston Christian he'd play more, and he was held out of that game. So lots to look at with the offense.